So it says we're off. Oh, and we are live.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. I'm Jack Wilshire here on Meta Silver doing this live stream today because unfortunately Meta Silver is out sick once again, and he's told me to cover for him. And obviously, me and him are really good friends. We're really good friends in London before he moved to the United States. But anyway, he wants me to talk about the Euros. And don't get me wrong, we're not going to talk about the Euros, but we're going to talk about it from my point of view. All right, we're going to talk about how England is going to win the Euros. No, screw it. All right. Yep. Nope. It's me. Menace over. Forget it.
It's
Yep.
confirmed. Minnesota, stupid. 2K13.
2K13.
Yeah, just like the last version of FIFA on the PSP.
Oh.
The last version of FIFA on the PS2 was FIFA 14. They were making FIFA games until 2014 for the PS2.
That's impressive.
And also quite sad. The PS4 was out 2014. That literally means the Sony had 3 different versions of FIFA.
That's good.
Actually, I think there was a PS Vita version of FIFA 14, which literally means that there was a version for PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS Vita. Anyway, my friend is an idiot because of all the English footballers you could be, you chose Jack Wilshire.
Well, I can't sound like Harry Kane. Harry Kane has such a thick accent.
You could have been like Vardy or like even Wayne Rooney, but you chose the man who gets drunk and gets fights in pubs and stuff.
The Arsenal way.
You could have been anybody, but you chose Jack Wilshire.
Okay, fine. All right. Anyway, back. Okay, this stream is about the Euros in the title. If you don't know, come on. Am I seriously the idiot here? Anyway.
Well, this is more about the Euros. This is about you finding out you're secretly Jack Wilshire. That's your true identity.
And you are a jellyfish who plans to take over the world.
There's like trans people that are like boys that wish to be girls. You're a man that wishes to be Jack Wilshire.
Time to shave the beard. Okay. So, we are going to start off with a bit of an interesting story surrounding the Euros. We're not going to get straight into the matches. We're going to start off with, I know the media has focused on this a lot, but we're going to try to bring a bit of a different angle to it. The violence that has been surrounding Euro 2016. It's crazy violence, trust me. There was a 50-something plus man in the English Navy. He was almost beat to death by the Russians. Obviously, English people fighting with the French police. Croatian fans throwing flares after Czech Republic scored the penalty. It's been pretty bad.
There are just some people, like, I know some of these people. You just feel like they embody all that is evil in nature.
Jack Wilshire.
Well, people at school too, but, Jack Wilshire too.
All right, yeah. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get your team banned at the Euros? Like,
who knows what they're thinking?
Yeah,
like I said, they embody. Well, you feel like they embody all that's evil. We can debate whether it's true or not because only one opinion is right, and that's mine.
Right, when Jack Wilshire comes back to explain his England theory, we're gonna talk about that more later. It's been horrible, absolutely, what's happening. And yes, as many people want to only focus on the good in the media, there is evil there, and this evil needs to stop. Because I remember right before the Euros, the FBI warned the French government that you're going to have to fear all these terrorists before Euro 2016. Terrorists haven't even mentioned the word Euro 2016 because these fans are doing their own job for them.
Well, we know where ISIS is going to be. The new recruitment center, Rio. Let's all look out for the Olympics. If you see a man that may be up to some suspicious activity, it's as he's following ISIS as a friend on Facebook. He may or may not have an AK-47 on his back. He may or may not be carrying an AR-15 or whatever it is in his hands. He may or may not be like covering his face and may or may not have a bomb strapped to him. That person may or may not be an ISIS and may or may not be trying to recruit people. But
and they're also supporting England at the Olympics.
Okay, then. I'm surprised you know this. I'm a little scared now.
Yeah. But out of gratitude from my heart, I think it's best that we hold the 1 minute silence for all this bad stuff that's been going on, for the amount of countless lives lost, the amount of people getting injured, for the French police, and hopefully good can be in the world. So let's start right now. All right, so now let's get into the more interesting stuff about the Euros. Week 3 has been insane, especially compared to Week 2. It's been completely different. Let's start off with the first match on Sunday, Romania versus Albania. Romania trying to hold on to survival. The only 2 goals they've scored came from penalties in this tournament. And Albania, the newcomer, also was struggling for survival, did not want to be kicked out this early. And in the ending, 1 goal, just a little header from Sadiku, and gave them the win. Albania won 1-0. What are your thoughts on this? New team, 1-0 win.
I mean, this is like battle of the worst. Who's the best of the worst? I mean, neither of them are gonna win.
And the team with the experience is actually the one leaving. There's the one going home.
I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, I guess good for Albania. I mean, I guess more exposure. I mean,
that's Albania. That's Albania's first goal in an international tournament and their first win in an international.
I mean, like I was gonna say. I mean, I guess more exposure. I mean, maybe it's the start of maybe like becoming an okay team, and then if they can keep up producing decent football talent, maybe they become
start getting World Cup qualification.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there have been some Swedish legends, but we all know where they are.
Swedish, yeah. We'll come to Sweden soon. Okay. Now the next match. This was a bit controversial from the both sides actually. Switzerland and France. Switzerland was the home team, and ironically, France defense played very good. Paul Pogba getting the man of the match. However, someone will have to talk to Puma because Switzerland, for their players, their kits ended up ripping. Did you know Switzerland had more ripped shirts than shots on target that day?
You said that Switzerland was the home team.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, for that day.
I get what you mean, but
France wore the away kit.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's dumb. Everyone knows that France is the home team. They get the momentum. But I think rip kits are the least of your worries here. I mean, we already talked about the violence, but yeah, no. I mean, if we're going to talk about rip kits, though, I mean, I thought Puma were supposed to be professionals. I mean, there are people that will act like they're professionals and pretend that they're cool at stuff when they're in reality they just completely suck. And then there's people like Puma who are supposed to be good and they usually are good. And then you have a flop like here and like 4 kits rip. Like not cool, bro. Like when someone associates you with quality, you're supposed to deliver quality. When someone associates you with mediocrity, no one cares.
Right. France were without several key players such as Dimitri Payet in that game or Giroud. No, wait, hold on.
I mean, they've made it. Why do you need to play Payet? Why do you need to play Giroud?
Right,
you save these.
Yeah, save them for the next round, right? That was the same thing, but that did end up costing them a win. However, things did end up looking good in France's way. Going to Monday, a lot of interesting stuff happened here. There were 2 matches happening at the same exact time to kind of prevent the outcome of matches affecting play between the other teams. The first match, well, to be fair, they're both going at the same time, but I guess the first one we'll talk about was Russia against Wales. Russia 0, Wales 3. A goal for Aaron Ramsey, one for Neil Taylor, and Gareth Bale.
I mean, I said it last stream. I mean, I'm rooting for Wales all the way now, especially after this win. And I mean, Ramsey, I really like Ramsey and I really like Bale. So, I mean, big win for Bale, big win for Ramsey, big win for Wales, and a big win for me.
Okay. Um,
I mean, this could be
right.
a start of a really good rivalry against England.
True, definitely. And also, a lot of people thought that it's just Gareth Bale carrying the whole team. Well, to be fair, Gareth Bale is the top goal scorer so far at the Euros, and he is absolutely performing great. But it's not only him. People like Ledley, Ramsey, Taylor, their goalkeeper, Hennessy, they've been doing absolutely amazing in this tournament, and I only want to see more of this Wales team.
I mean, people say that a guy can carry a team. I mean, sometimes that is true, but if you really think about it, every team has that one guy you're just kind of relying on the most.
But I mean, without the other players, what would that one player be? He wouldn't be anywhere.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, there are some teams like Sweden. Any success they have is definitely carried by Zlatan. But I mean, even the better teams, there is one guy that they're looking to produce.
Right
Maybe he's
now,
not carrying the team, but to an extent, you can say that he drives that team.
okay. Now, here is the match that hurt the most for me. Well, no, not the most, but of the week that just kind of stressed me out. I was kind of ripping my head apart on this. Slovakia nil, England nil. I was supporting England, and if I'm gonna go look at the stats right now, England had 60% possession. England had 11 corners. England had 29 shots. 29 shots. They won 78% of the tackles. Their pass accuracy was 90. Pass accuracy in their own half was 95. 35 crosses. Opportunity in the other half was 82%, and they total of 575 passes. Yet the ending result, 0-0.
I mean, sports isn't fair, but I said England would choke. Wales would take probably number 2, but definitely could take 1, and well, I guess I win that. I mean, England just choked, and I mean, they could have easily won that, but they made their way to second. I guess there's not a lot to complain, but
England was really good with getting the ball, but then with actually using
I
the
feel
ball,
like Wales has kind of been a really dominant team that people didn't expect them to be.
True, and
I mean, I don't keep too much record with this, but Wales has only suffered 1 draw or 1 loss. It was against England, right? Something like that.
one loss against England, then they
Yeah,
beat Slovakia. And
yeah. That game, I felt like Wales deserved to win that game,
Okay. And
but
Wales
that's just my opinion. I mean, I felt Wales dominated against England, but is that England's only win? Yeah, that is England's only win.
no. Against Wales, yeah.
Yeah.
And 1 win, 2 draws. But they still made it through, and they should have a relatively easy match in the round of 16, which we'll talk about soon. Now, yesterday there were 4 matches, all thrilling in a sense, but we're going to start off with Group C before we get to Group D. In Group C, Ukraine played Poland. Ukraine was barely holding on to survival. Came into this tournament thinking they're going to do pretty good, but they've been absolutely trash. Poland, as usual, playing good, scored a goal, 1 goal from, Blaž Chivakowski. He's been definitely leading this team the whole time. Just came on as a sub, I think just about 9 minutes before that goal, and Poland won 1-0.
I mean, I feel like this is another match that, I mean, I guess it kind of was, not maybe, I guess, yeah, it was a match that mattered, but I don't really pay attention to this stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same kind of thing with Sweden. Like, I'm a big fan of Zlatan, but I'm not going to watch the Swedish game just because it's Sweden versus whoever. I mean, this is Poland versus Ukraine. I mean, Group C, it's Germany's way. I mean, does it matter who comes second, third, and fourth? Germany is going to finish first. And they did, unlike some other chokers.
Yeah, I think we're going to hear from Jack Wilshire soon. Anyway, the next match, Northern Ireland against Germany. As you said, Germany was probably most likely going to be dominant. They did. They won 1-0 with the goal coming in from Gomez pretty early. Joshua Kimmich got man of the match. It was interesting because he's very young. I don't even think he's 20 yet. He's somewhat of a midfielder, somewhat of a defender, actually. Just signed for Bayern Munich. Northern Ireland did play good,
Kimmich
however.
is 21.
You're just 21. Okay. Then and Northern Ireland have played pretty good throughout this tournament. For their expectations, that is.
I mean, they made it to third place, which I guess is good, but not good enough.
Not good enough. I mean,
I
you
mean,
have against Germany and
what?
Poland.
Yeah. You were against Germany. Like, what did you think was the result?
I
I
mean, we
mean,
all thought
at
that
least
Germany
they
was going to
managed to
win.
win a game, unlike Ukraine.
I mean, and plus, we all thought that Germany was going to win 3-0, 4-0, but 1-0. That's it. That's defending that we
I
see from
mean,
Northern Ireland.
I don't think Germany is a team that likes to flash offensively.
Okay. All right, and then going to the, I guess the two best matches of the Euros, we could say Czech Republic against Turkey. Both teams needed this win badly, but it was bound. Czech Republic was probably going to get out soon enough because not only did they concede the most goals in qualifying, they don't have that quality players that we can see in their side. Brzezinski is pretty much almost out of his time, and Petr Cech is also getting close to that retirement age. And Turkey ended up winning 2-0, goals from Tufan and Yilmaz. Your words.
I mean, I like to see Turkey succeed. I mean, I think the more success that countries that don't really have as good talent do, like the more you can spread football. But
Yeah, I mean,
I
Albania
mean,
showed that for sure.
yeah, I mean, what is there to say? I mean, I didn't really think Czech Republic had a chance against I mean, Czech Republic, I feel kind of bad for them because I think they were in one of the tougher groups. Because I mean, you look at these groups, you have Portugal and Iceland, Hungary, and Austria for God's sake. But then and then you have some other groups, Group E with Italy, Belgium, Ireland, and Sweden. But then you look to Group D. Czech Republic is against Croatia, Spain, and Turkey.
Yeah, I mean, the group of death, I would say.
I mean, even if Turkey isn't as strong as a lot of the some of the other clubs, I mean, for a team like Czech Republic, I mean, Turkey can be tough opposition, and then after that, you got to go against Croatia and Spain. I mean,
All right. And then the next match, I think arguably the best one of this week. Spain versus Croatia. Spain started off good, a 7-minute goal from Morata. Then coming in 45th minute, Kalinic scores for Croatia. And finally, to top it off, in the 87th minute, Perisic scores. The whistle is blown. Perisic man of the match. Croatia 2, Spain 1. Tell me you were not shocked.
I said Spain would go first, Croatia would go second.
And
The flipped happened, but honestly, I like Croatia a little bit more than Spain. Just saying, because I really like Rakitic and I really like Modric.
Rakitic, Modric, and that's not only them in the midfield, Perisic as well.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. But I mean, in Spain, I mean, I like Iniesta. I like Xavi. I mean, but
Xavi wasn't called onto the team though.
I know, but there's just something about the Spain team that maybe Iniesta is just slowly getting out of his prime. Xavi wasn't on there, and I
It's just
mean,
for that match, but in the last two matches, he was performing really good.
yeah, I know, but so there's just something about this Spanish team. I'm not because I mean I've always liked Spain, but I mean I've got to give my loyalty a little bit more to Croatia now. I'd still be rooting for Spain though in the tournament. I mean, there's a lot of teams I could cheer for. There's a lot of teams I do like.
Okay.
I mean, America's not in this tournament, and no country that I mean, Sweden's not in this tournament. I mean, other countries that I like that I have a strong allegiance for aren't in this. But I still have plenty of teams I like, but don't necessarily love.
Okay.
I like Croatia, I like Wales, I like Germany, I like France. I mean, there's tons of teams I could cheer for.
All right.
I like Spain, I like Turkey. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Going next, to be fair, I waited who knows how many hours for these four matches to finish up, but I'm happy I did because a lot happened in these four matches. First up, the dark horses of the tournament, Iceland, managed to defeat a crumbling Austria 2-1. Man of the match was David Alaba, though. But what do you think? Iceland are they're through. They're through to the round of 16, and not even as a third place team, as if I'm right, a first place team. Second place. Okay, second place team.
Yeah, second place.
Second place. I mean, 5 points, a positive goal difference. They've scored 4 goals when you're up against Portugal, Austria, and Hungary. Those three teams have a decent defense line. And I mean, it was clear at the beginning that we all thought, oh, Iceland, great job for making it here, but you're going to be out soon, just like the Czech Republic, just like Romania. No, Iceland beat Portugal. They beat Austria. Any words?
When you mean they beat Portugal, you mean in the tables, right?
Yeah, in the tables.
All right, just making sure. I'm surprised. I thought Portugal would have an easy job. It's Hungary, Iceland, and Austria.
And yeah,
I mean,
Portugal.
what if you threw them in Group D against Turkey, Spain, and Croatia? Portugal would have been buried.
True, true,
I mean,
true.
they probably would have been better than Czech Republic, but if you can only draw against Austria, Iceland, and Hungary, I mean, Turkey, Spain, Croatia, can you handle that? I mean, does this mean Portugal is not as much of a threat as people thought? I mean,
I guess so. Now, Ronaldo is the only player to score in 4 consecutive Euros. He did beat Zlatan to it.
I mean, Zlatan is my favorite, but Ronaldo is on another level.
Okay. And anyway, coming to the match, I'm happy most that I decided to sit down and follow before doing the stream. Hungary against Portugal. Um, let's see who scored first. Hungary opened up, but Danny scored again in the 42nd minute to equalize. Then in the second half, Zudzak scored again. If you know from my Division Master series, Zudzak scored, so it's 2-1. Ronaldo scores finally 2-0. Zuzak scores again just 5 minutes after Ronaldo. Then Ronaldo scores again, and to top it up in the end, 3-3 end result. What do you think of this thrilling match?
I mean, Ronaldo was clutch, but just not clutch enough.
Okay. All right, and the last two before the knockout stages, Italy versus Ireland, which just happened probably about, I think, 2.5 hours ago. Thiago Motta did make plenty of passes, but none really actually ended up in the net. Both teams were actually pretty even for a while. Ireland was actually playing pretty good as far as I know. Several yellow cards coming in for Italy throughout the game. However, in the ending, Robbie Brady gets the goal for Ireland very late, about 85th minute, I would say, and Ireland win. What a surprise win. You know, Italy can beat Belgium, they can beat Sweden, but they couldn't beat Ireland.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's not 100% fair statement to say because they pretty much locked up first. I mean, no point in playing Buffon. I mean, no point in playing Chiellini. I
True.
mean, and I mean, they don't have some other stars I'd say that they need, but
Okay.
I mean, I
And
guess it was the win Ireland needed and Italy didn't. I mean, some people could say that's almost scripted though. You know, maybe some backdoor gambling, but
all right.
I'm gonna keep my conspiracy theories a little bit hidden for right now. You know, I
All
don't need to
right.
seem like a crazy person,
All right. Anyway, the last match of the day of the
like
week
others I
actually.
know.
The last match of the week, Sweden against Belgium. If there was any time Sweden was to fight back, it was now. That is pretty much what they did up until the second half started, where they started rumbling a bit. Raja Nangoli got the goal in the 84th minute, and Belgium won 1-0. Sweden ended with fourth place. They're being sent home. However, Zlatan did get man of the match despite a goal. In fact, this is Zlatan's last ever match for an international tournament because he said after this tournament he was retiring, and they are kicked out already. So Zlatan, by Zlatan, unfortunately you cannot deliver in this match. You can't deliver in these Euros, but thank you for a really good history, really good Euro history. Yeah, Zlatan's gone for now.
I thought this would kind of happen. I thought it would happen after the Olympics in Rio.
No, he's not going to play in the Olympics. I guess that opens up the ways for Manchester United.
I mean, I guess it's a better win for Manchester, and I mean, if he's going to continue his streak of mostly 1 to 2 year terms with teams, with the exception of like PSG, I mean, I guess it's a win for them too because he's an aging star. I mean, he shouldn't be overworking himself too much at this age.
All right. Now,
Save his best skills for the people where it matters the most.
it is officially round of 16 matches are out, but we will get to that soon. Anyway, just real quick before we get to round of 60 matches, I did want to highlight, did you know 30% of all goals scored in this tournament have been after the 87th minute?
I was not aware of that. People are just getting more and more clutch. I mean, being able to score a goal while down or being able to score in a tie late to get the lead is always important.
All right. Okay. So anyway, obviously how this tournament is set up, that there are 6 third place teams and only 4 go through based on points, goal difference, those 2 factors. And the 4 that went through: Slovakia, the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and somehow Portugal. Those are the 4 teams that will be going through, with obviously all the other teams that managed to qualify. Here are the round of 16 matches. Saturday, 25th June at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. All times are in Eastern Time that we're going to say. Switzerland versus Poland. Then at 12, it's going to be Wales versus Northern Ireland. Then at around 1500, Croatia versus Portugal. Then on Sunday, 26th June, it's going to be France versus Ireland. I'm going to be willing to see if Ireland can put up a fight in that. At around 12 o'clock, Germany versus Slovakia. Then another interesting one to see what exactly will happen. Our predictions might be unclear for this one. At 1500, Hungary versus Belgium. Then finally, last 2 matches of the 16. On Monday, 27th June, Italy versus Spain. It's probably the one people want to see the most. And England, an easy one for England, England versus Iceland. Okay, so now let's go through our predictions. Switzerland versus Poland. Who do you think is going to win, Super Team?
Poland.
I think Poland. And by the way, Lewandowski is still yet to score in this tournament. Did you know that? He hasn't scored yet.
I know that. I still feel like it's Poland.
You still feel like it's going to be Poland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably going to be a close match, though.
It's going to be close.
I could see Switzerland winning.
I think they might. It could maybe even go on penalties and see Switzerland winning on penalties.
I'm still gonna go with Poland.
Okay, you're still gonna go with Poland. I mean, I know this one. This is probably the battle of, I guess you could say, the British Isles. Wales versus Northern Ireland. I'm gonna go for Wales on this. Yes, Northern Ireland's gonna up a good fight, but the way Wales is structured, I don't think the Northern Ireland will be able to handle that.
I think in the Battle of the British Isles, I think this is the year where Wales will reign supreme.
Okay. Croatia and Portugal. I'm going to agree with you on your loyalties. I'm going to go with Croatia.
I would have said Portugal maybe before this tournament, but definitely Croatia after what's happened.
Okay. For me, I'm going to say 2-0 to Croatia. No extra time needed.
I'm going to go bold and say 3-0.
Say 3-0. Okay. France versus Ireland. What do you think is going to happen here?
France. They have the momentum. They're the hot hand.
Right. Okay. But I'm gonna say Ireland are still gonna push. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Ireland.
2 what?
No, 2-1 to France.
I think 3-1 France.
3-1 France. Okay.
I think it's gonna be a high-scoring affair. These matches.
Before we continue, I just wanted to let's acknowledge the. We did say we were gonna acknowledge the good happening at the Euros, and we haven't really yet. So let's do it. Irish fans at the Euros, they have been amazing, I would say, from my point of view. There's a video on AJ Plus, link in the description if you want to take a look at that. Basically, they've done some interesting stuff. AJ Plus says that they are the champions. There are plenty of other fans literally fighting, beating each other up for the Euros, just all over what's going on. The police having to use tear gas. Irish fans are treating their rivals with love. Even the police, there was a highway in France where there was like several thousand, and they would start singing, "Stand up for the French police, stand up for the French police." That was nice. And then, ironically, after that, the French policeman that were blocking their way, the French policeman in his French accent said, "Go home for the French police." That was funny. Let's see, continuing on that. They serenaded a French girl in the streets. They sang some nice songs to her. After that, there was like 20 Irish fans on a train, and they all sang a lullaby. They'll sing a lullaby to a baby. They were singing to a nun on the train.
That might be a little bit creepy, but we're gonna
Let's see,
the thought that
they
matters.
they were found cleaning the streets of Paris, and finally helping an elderly with their flat tire. So let's give a round of applause to the Irish fans.
Yay.
Yeah, they are the true champions of Europe, even though they're probably destined to lose against France. Hopefully, they can fight back. Maybe give us a good fight. At least France probably gonna win, but let's see if we can get a good fight. Here's what I wanted to talk about:
The
Germany and
world of mediocrity, where many people live, but we can always praise their attempts.
Germany versus Slovakia. Germany's probably gonna go through. I'm gonna put it 2-0 to Germany.
I'll say 2-0 because I've already been bold because Croatia doesn't I don't think Croatia's got the offense to score 3 goals against Portugal, but I'm saying it anyway.
Slovakia, I feel like they're gonna be low on possession like the England game. I feel like they're gonna try their hardest, but they just won't get much out of it, and I feel like Germany's just gonna absolutely dominate. Hungary against Belgium. Ooh. What do you think? I'm gonna let you predict first.
Probably maybe like Belgium 1-0, 2-0.
1-0 to us.
Maybe 2-1. I'm gonna say 2-1.
I'm gonna say 1-0, and then it's gonna go in extra time, and we're gonna see a Belgium goal, 2-1 ending. And finally, the last two, Italy and Spain. What do you want to see?
This is a match I'd like to see. Maybe 1-0 Spain.
As I came on the Football Republic, I did say that I want Italy to do good in this tournament. But I feel like Spain's going to absolutely take a thrashing here. Morata, Iniesta are going to play probably the best they can. I'm going to say 2-0 to Spain. And hopefully, in a bit, let's ask Jack Wilshire what he thinks. Jack Wilshire is going to come back on in a bit. England against Iceland. Before I bring on Jack Wilshire, what do you think, Super Tunuma? England or Iceland?
England, maybe 1-0. Actually, I take that back. It's going to be 0-0 until penalties, and then England will win.
England are going to win on penalties.
Yes.
Do you know England? We never win on penalties.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I take that back. England loses in penalties.
To Iceland.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's ask Jack Wilshire. All right, what's the question here? Okay, Jack Wilshire. England. How do you think England and Iceland is going to play out? England and Iceland. I think England is probably going to be dominating the game, but Iceland have surprised us very much in this tournament. Iceland have absolutely done very good in this tournament. I would like to praise them for that, but I think England's just going to take it easy. When I'm going to say 3-0.
Now I wonder why I'm even here.
I'm going to say 3-0 goals by 2 goals for Jamie Vardy and 1 goal for Jack Wilshire. All right, thanks, Wilshire. Thanks for having us here. I mean, thanks for coming on the show. I'm sorry, Wilshire. But yeah, nice to have your opinion, Wilshire. Do you agree with Wilshire, Super Tutor? Yes or no?
I'd like to agree with my own personal statement that I've befriended a business partner that likes to talk to himself, and I'm really kind of scared about my choices.
All right. So now we've got that predictions done.
But Wilshire's a cool guy.
Wilshire's a cool guy. Let's see if he's even cooler for Arsenal next season. That's if he can. That's if Wenger is actually nice enough to give him some playing time. All right. Anyway. So we're pretty much done talking about the Euros, but I don't want to end it here. It's only been 45 minutes. I don't want to end it here for a stream. 45 minutes is short, so we're going to take away from the Euros. And as I said in the title below, we are going to talk about the Copa America. Last night's match, I watched it. United States of America against Argentina.
Oh, that was a fun match.
That was a fun match. In some ways, that was also painful in others. But we all thought how it was going to play out. 7-minute goal early by Higuain. Great assist by Messi. Nice header. Lavezzi scored, and then Lavezzi got injured though somehow, and he fell behind an advertising board. He fell really badly. But Messi would want to score a free kick, and Higuain would come on, and he would score 2 goals. 2 goals. Absolutely. Higuain is probably in his prime at this point. What a good season for Napoli. Higuain's probably now even going to lead Argentina to Copa America title. Your words.
What were people expecting? This is Argentina.
I mean, to be fair, 70,000 American fans show up in support of the U.S. 70,000.
Well, I
Pretty
mean,
decent.
what did you expect? This is the same thing like France.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Argentina. I mean, you don't play Messi. I mean, you still have Di Maria. I mean, you Higuain, Tevez,
And Aguero was a sub. I mean, they
Aguero.
didn't even have to play Aguero.
They don't even play Aguero. And I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but Copa America is probably an easier tournament than the Euros. I mean, don't even have to play Messi or Aguero. I mean, I think Di Maria, Tevez, and Higuain is plenty enough against competition in Copa America. I mean, but
I mean,
no
the U.S. have
Neymar.
worked hard to make it
I mean,
here.
I thought Uruguay would be a threat, but no Suarez. I mean, I thought Colombia would be a threat, but
Colombia are a threat. I mean, they're in semifinals.
I mean, I know, but I don't think even Colombia is a threat against Argentina. And I
Argentina.
mean, and I'm accounting this all assuming that Aguero and Messi don't play. Now, you put on Aguero, you put on Messi. I mean, I think they're gonna win Copa America. I'm saying it right now.
So you're
I've,
saying it's
I've
easy for Argentina.
I think it will. I've said last year that Hummels would go. If Hummels leaves Dortmund, he's going to Bayern. That happened. I said that Wales could finish first if England chokes. That happens. I'm saying it now. I mean, this isn't exactly my most bold prediction, but Argentina will win Copa America.
All right. Did you know Copa America usually tends to most? It's usually held in South America, but they tend to invite every now and then countries from North America, like how they did the U.S. But usually, sometimes last year they invited Mexico. Sometimes they've invited Jamaica. Did you know that this is a few years back? I'd say maybe 10, 20 years ago. Japan played in the Copa America.
That's nice trivia, but
Right.
my God, my
And
God.
tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be the second semifinal match. I think it's going to be a lot closer than the one that happened last night. It's Chile against Copa America. My personal prediction is Chile is going to win 2-0, goals by Sanchez and Vidal. No goals for Vargas tonight. It might be a bit hard for him.
I
What do
think
you think?
Colombia will win.
The
I think
Colombians going to win.
maybe 1-0, maybe
All
2-1, something like that.
right. Will Rodriguez score?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Will Carlos Baca score?
Probably.
Cuadrado?
Nah.
No. Okay.
I think I'd rather have Rodriguez scoring.
All right. And
I mean, Rodriguez is good. I mean, he's just not a fit in Real Madrid.
okay. And then we have two more things up. We're going to talk about something EA has been doing lately that's gotten the internet by storm, and then we got a few questions to answer. First off, FIFA 17. A lot of menu design, card designs coming out. Plenty of things have been confirmed. Thierry Henry is getting a legend card. But what do we think about the main story, Alex Hunter?
Well, one thing I'll say before I talk about Alex Hunter is there's no NHL 17 on E3 or whatever. No pre-order NHL 17.
Ah,
As I mean, I am an NHL fan, and that hurts me. I mean, NBA 2K17 is out there, Madden 17. I mean, I mean, FIFA's not FIFA. EA puts all their efforts into FIFA and Madden anyway. But anyway, I think the Alex Hunter thing was a good idea, except for one thing. NBA 2K16 already has a story mode. I mean, they call you freak and you have that whatever, but you could change your character name. You could choose what teams you wanted to play for, and you get drafted.
well,
I
I mean, you
mean,
could
why?
choose what team you play for.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you had to be part of Man United,
No, no,
but
no.
why do you have to be this dude from England named Alex Hunter? Do you have to play a striker too? Or like, I'm assuming he's a striker because the highlight of him is scoring a goal.
Okay.
I mean, can I be the goalkeeper? Like,
I mean,
can I be
I'm
midfielder, defense? Do I
I'm
have to be
not sure
striker?
if you know this, but Alex Hunter is actually a real person who they
I
did
did
a
not know
contract
this.
with, and I mean,
Uh,
they actually spent a lot of time with a man named Alex Hunter developing this game.
okay, I did not know that.
So I mean, I guess that's why.
I mean, I think it's a good idea, but don't make us play as Alex Hunter. It's basically just the Be a Pro, except you can't make your own Be a Pro. You have to play as an existing character or existing player, and not even you can't even choose which existing player. You have to be Alex Hunter.
So now let's answer some questions. Will the U.S. secure third place, or will they end up in fourth?
I think fourth, just
I
being honest.
I think fourth too, because yes, they worked hard, but I think Argentina just took the heart out of them. I
I
think
think
that
even if Argentina didn't take the heart out of them, I mean, they're either facing Chile or Colombia.
I mean, last time they played Colombia, they lost, and Chile is probably, in my mind, even better than Argentina right now at the Euro at the Copa America. So I think USA fourth purely because just after that last game, they won't play well. I mean, they'll probably play a bit better, but they just won't play that well against whoever they're playing. Okay, of the Euros, which country's fans do you think are the best? Personally, I'm going with the Republic of Ireland.
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
I mean, if they're actually there to watch the game, I think they're. Unless it's France. If it's France, it's your obligation to go watch at least one of those games. But if you're not a French fan, if you're like from Ireland or Sweden or whatever, if you've come to see those games, I think that's pretty great.
All right. Now here's a transfer rumor going up. Dimitri Payet to Real Madrid. Here's my opinion. I think it might be possible. Out of five, I'm gonna say 3.5, because Payet is around 28, 29, and his value is going up. If he wants his chance at a big club, now is his time. Once again with Jamie Vardy. But Jamie Vardy is most likely going to decide to stay. Could we see Payet actually leaving?
I think that'd be a good move, but if we're just gonna talk about if he actually does go there, I think that's a win for Real Madrid. I mean, I think at this point, Dimitri Payet is good enough, even if he isn't on the level as we thought Rodriguez would be. I mean, it's gonna work out. I mean, it's the kind of thing I always think about when people go to like Barcelona or Bayern or Real Madrid. I mean, Dimitri Payet has skill, obviously, but you surround him around Toni Kroos, Modric, Ronaldo. I mean, if he's gonna be their center attack man, he's gonna be passing that ball to Benzema, to Bale, to Ronaldo. I mean, he can only be better.
I mean, also, I mean, it's probably
If he
clear.
fits in the system, if he fits in the system.
It's clear. The minute the Copa America ends for Colombia, Real Madrid are going to be on Rodriguez's back trying to sell him. Where do you think Rodriguez will end up?
I've heard rumors maybe like PSG. I mean,
Right.
I've heard rumors like Man United. I mean, I've heard a lot of places.
I mean, he would fit in teams like Dortmund or Schalke, but I mean, obviously, he's deserving of much better than those. Okay.
What if he went to Juventus? Just imagine how worse Serie A would be as a league.
Speaking of Juventus,
Well, I mean, if you went to PSG, that also hurts French football too, because that's another. You're only making Paris stronger, and even without Zlatan, Paris is already the best team in Liga.
do you think Neymar will go to PSG?
I mean, if Neymar hits the market, I see PSG definitely grabbing him, but I don't see why you would want him to go on the market if you're Barcelona.
Right.
I mean, he's Messi's heir.
Right. And finally, what was I gonna say? Alvaro Morata, after playing so good for Spain in these last 3 games, he has gone back to Real Madrid. It's official. He is leaving Juventus to go back because he used to play for Real Madrid and he's going back to Real Madrid. He's played 4 years at Madrid, supposed to play 5 years at Juventus, but has only played 1 year and he's going back to Real Madrid. What does this mean for Benzema?
Who is going back?
Morata,
Morata.
Juventus striker.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's better than Benzema, but
I think it's just Benzema keeps getting into too much trouble. So I think just Morata's probably going to be he's going to save Real Madrid a lot of time and money.
I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have two strikers. If Benzema does get suspended again, you have another equally.
So I think,
Maybe we
I
can
think
debate
Morata.
equally. You think Morata's better?
No, I think Morata's better. But if what you're saying is true, then same thing's gonna happen to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is just gonna leave because he's not getting enough time because of Casemiro. And Morata's same thing's gonna happen to Morata. Morata's probably just gonna want to go back to Juventus. And now Juventus gonna have to rely on Dybala. He's very young.
I don't know. I think Benzema's underrated. I think Benzema might be better, but
Okay.
I also think chemistry could be a factor in this too. I mean, with Benzema, Bale, and Ronaldo, you're getting a trio that's gonna put up the points in La Liga.
Morata played really good with Real Madrid when he was there. I think that chemistry is just going to come back. And it might take 1 or 2 months to come back again, but I think by the end of the season he'll be even
I'm,
better than he ever
I
was.
mean, I'm on the fence about this. I don't know if I mean, it's a good move for Real Madrid. I don't know if this is a good move for Benzema or Morata. I mean,
All right. And also, PSG, the PSG like owners, they're planning to sack Laurent Blanc, the manager, after a whole bunch of corruption charges.
I swear to God, if Jose Mourinho, I mean, obviously it can't, but if Jose Mourinho went to PSG and Zlatan all of a sudden said, "I'm staying at PSG," that'd be the worst thing for his image ever. So I'm a little bit glad that Jose Mourinho has decided to go to Man United, and because I am a fan of Zlatan, so
Sure. I'm. They're probably gonna have to come up with a legend like Zidane to replace Blanc. Because I mean, I don't know any big man. I don't know any big managers that can replace him because they're probably all doing job. Guardiola, Mourinho, Wenger, what's his name, Ancelotti. They're all Conte. They're all done in their jobs. They've all signed contract with other team. So they're probably gonna have to find someone else. Like
oh yeah, there's one thing I do like about Morata more than Benzema: youth,
right. What?
youth.
You okay. Anyway, I'm okay. Now here's an interesting one. I'm gonna give you 4 players, and which of these two should have gone to the England team for the Euros? Mark Noble, who plays for West Ham, Jack Wilshire, who's right here, just sitting right next to me, who's been listening on this, Aaron Cresswell, who also plays for West Ham, or Danny Drinkwater, who's dropped from the list despite winning the Premier League. Which of those two?
I don't care. I mean, if you have a league winner, put him on. But I will say this: in an Arsenal career mode, I like Jack Wilshire, so I'm gonna say Jack Wilshire. Also, I may not be threatened by the fact that your alter ego is Jack Wilshire. So
Right. So you're gonna say Wilshire and Drinkwater. Okay, this is gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna drop Drinkwater because yes, he's an excellent player, but that's when he's not under pressure. In the matches he were under pressure, like twice in the Premier League
so now you're
against
David Bowie
Arsenal,
and the Queen. All right, never mind.
twice against Arsenal. Drinkwater failed to deliver, and on his debut match and a few matches after for England, he also failed to deliver. England actually lost more matches than they did before bringing Drinkwater up. So I'm gonna pick Jack Wilshire and Mark Noble.
All right.
And final question before we end the stream. It's been an hour. It's been a nice hour with the 3 of us, Supatunuma, Jack Wilshire, and me here. Who has the best beard at Euro 2016?
Me.
I think Arda Turan.
I think me.
It's either me or Arda Turan.
I think it's me.
Okay, genuinely. Wait, you as in Zlatan or
Oh, me and Zlatan, but Zlatan.
Does Zlatan even have a beard?
Yeah, he does. He's got the best facial hair on the planet, man.
Okay, fine. All right, so
Let's look up Zlatan beard. Zlatan beard. Yeah, he's got some facial hair, man. He's definitely got a beard.
all right.
Whoa, I just saw a Photoshop picture of Zlatan with like a long gray beard.
All right.
That's the scariest thing on earth.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us in. Whoever has watched, if anyone's watched, you can also view it later on my channel, Men of Silver. Please check out Illegal Gamers in the description below. If you want to see AJ Plus's video on the Irish fans, please check that out below. Also, give a round of applause for Jack Wilshire for coming here all the way from England.
I found more pictures of David Luiz and Mesut Ozil with fake beards.
A round of applause for Jack Wilshire.
Oh, they photoshopped Roy Keane's beard on Mesut Ozil.
Nice. All right.
Oh, and Ronaldo now. Okay. Oh, apparently there's a whole gallery of fake beards. This is creepy. This is just creepy.
Creepier than Wilshire.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. Bye, guys. Subscribe to both of our channels. If you want some nice sports content, gaming content. Yeah, just bye, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.